Calling to order the regular meeting of the Wheeling Plan Commission for Wednesday, November 5th, 2025. Please stand for the pledge. Mr. Secretary, please call the roll.
Commissioner Riles.
Here.
Commissioner Smart.
Here.
Commissioner Heiken.
Here.
Commissioner Sprague is here. Commissioner Carl.
Here.
Commissioner Meyer.
Here.
Chairman Johnson.
Here. Is any changes to the agenda this evening?
Yes. Agenda items 7, E, F, and G are withdrawn.
Okay. Petitioner
The
withdrew
petitioner
them?
has withdrawn the application and is going to move out of the location.
All right. Citizens' concerns and comments? I don't know that we have anybody signed up.
No. No.
We have no consent items this evening, so we'll move right into the items for review. With PSP MIN 25-0021, request for minor building appearance approval for changes to the building facade for Riverside Plaza, 395 East Dundee Road. Ms. Nice?
Okay, so before we call the petitioner up, I'll just give a brief overview. As you'll see in the staff report, the petitioner is going to redo the outside facade of the Riverside Plaza. So currently, it has these cedar shingles everywhere and then brick on the bottom. And so we have a bunch of pictures if anybody needs me to reference it. And what they are proposing, they're also updating the two ground signs. If anyone went out there, they are proposing to paint or stain the brick, and they did paint a sample for you guys to check out. There is also a brick over there we can pass around if anyone wants to see it with the stain color, although actually I'm not sure if that's the updated color. The petitioner's here. We do have the materials up here if anyone wants to see them on the Plan Commission. And there are some updated colors that the petitioner did bring, but they're pretty much gonna redo where those wood shingles are. It's gonna be in metal, and then they're gonna stain the brick in like a off-white color. And there's gonna be, it's gonna be contrasting colors, the light brick against the darker metal, and there's two different colors of metal. And then on the brick tower, it's gonna be this Nishiha material. It's just a different type of material, and it'll have these three different colors, and we have those three colors up here as well. But what I wanted to tell the Plan Commission is, while we have 5 proposed conditions, we also had 3 items that we wanted the Plan Commission to think about and consider. These things have not been, there's no conditions associated with these, but I was just wondering if I could run through those first.
Sure.
Okay, so the first one is if the pack-clad HWP series metal wall panel differs significantly in appearance or profile from standard corrugated metal panels. So as you know, standard corrugated metal panels are not a permitted exterior material. However, what they're proposing in the material they provided specifically states that it's different from corrugated metal panels. And we have that panel up front. I can go grab it, or when the petitioner comes up, they can bring it up. You can see how it's corrugated. So we just wanted to make sure that the Plan Commission is okay with how that's gonna look, because there's gonna be a lot of metal out there. And then number 2, there's one area, let me find it. It's this area right here where my cursor is. So it's the building on the east side in the south part of it, in the north facade, if that makes sense. So up here's the clock tower. So this is the whole east building. We're in the south part of it. And then this north wall, it's the only top part of the building that's currently brick. And they're proposing to to put a metal panel over it. Everywhere else is currently wood shingles, and so they're gonna be putting the metal panel over everywhere that's wood shingles. But they're also putting it here where it's currently brick. So let me show you a picture. So staff had just, let me get to my pictures. Staff had requested that they just stain that part instead of putting the metal panel, here it is. So see how this is the only part of the building where the top part of the wall is brick. Everywhere else it is the cedar shingles. So we were saying, well, why don't we just keep this and just stain it like the rest of the brick? But for uniformity and just to wrap it around, they would like to keep it as a metal panel. So we just wanted the Plan Commission to think about that. And-
Marcy, while
yeah.
you're on that picture,
Yeah.
the corner here, there's brick exposed. Is that supposed to be painted too, right up there?
We can ask the petitioner.
Okay.
That I don't know. If that shows up in,
Yeah, it would be.
I think it's looking as if it's not being painted. Because you can see it here and it's still red. But we can confirm that. That is kind of goes with the last item to consider is that, so the side of this east building that's up against the forest preserve is not being painted. I mean, nobody's over there. There's a lot of utilities over there. We just wanted to point out that that is not proposed to be painted. So while all the other brick is going to be white stained, the whole east side will remain the red brick. We just wanted to point that out. There are no conditions requiring any changes to any of these three items. And then I can read the conditions after. Before you started the questions and stuff, I wanted to bring those three items up.
Okay.
I guess if the petitioner wants to come up, and then maybe you could just hand us that one metal piece. And then I think she has, when we had gone out there and met with them, we saw that the one metal sample was pretty close to the paint color of the building, which it was kind of hard to see in the drawing, so we had met out there. So I think she has a couple, some different colors, but just so that she made it clear that now it's gonna really, the brick will contrast with the metal.
Yeah, start
Yeah,
down
that'd be great.
Yeah, that's just the sample.
Yeah, so before it was just a little too similar to, the metal was too similar to the brick color. So she changed it and made it darker. You can stay up here. And so the two colors are, you have the one versus the one versus the one?
Yeah.
And this
The
is-
one versus, yeah, see how there's two colors? There's a lighter one and a darker one. So there's two accent, or there's an accent wall.
They're very
Certain,
close.
they're very cool.
Is this the color of the panel?
No, these
gonna
are the
be those.
colors, that'll be
Okay,
that.
okay.
But it'll be this style, that color, those colors. It'll be horizontal.
This is what?
Marcy, this is,
The one.
So the two colors will be the main panels, and then the darker one will be the accent panel. They're very close, but it's a slight difference.
that's the material.
Yeah, that's the material. It'll be up, it'll go up horizontally.
Where the cedar shingles are.
Yes. Okay, I'm done.
Okay. Let's hear what your side of the story is.
Well, thank you all for having us. I'm Chanel Stum with 2 Construction, so we'll be actually performing the work on the project. And the colors that are chosen and the design was by the customer. It's predominantly going to be horizontal, just to add that there are a couple accent areas that are going to be vertical above the main shopping center, right next to the clock tower where there's the mosaic design, we're going to be putting Nichiha, which is a composite siding, it's fiber cement. And as far as the brick, the customer really did want to use, cover it with the metal panel just because of the consistency. You know, it just seems like it looks a lot more cleaner. And then, of course, we're also going to be changing the color of the sign only. So for the most part, you know, that's the colors, they are similar. However, that you can, in the sun, you can see a distinct difference. We originally had a lot lighter roof. However, we changed it to, I think it's like 2 or 3 shades darker. But they're going for a more modern, clean, you know, look to it that can age gracefully. You know, nothing too drastic of a change. And because it is a combination of retail and office space, they felt like this would be a really good appearance to draw attention and bring more traction to the area.
Anything else? Before we get to questions.
No, nothing else, thank you.
All right, let's start with Commissioner Riles.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Good evening. How are you?
Good, how are you?
I'm doing well, thank you. Appreciate you coming and explaining everything. I personally like what I see because I think there's a facelift needed. And everything here looks pretty appealing. You talked about aging with grace. What is the aging with grace as far as this is concerned?
Well, even though it's more modern, I think the color, it's not, you know, too drastic of a change. Right now, they have the browns and the neutral colors. It's not cedar, you know, it is a different style. There's not a lot of, couldn't find a lot of examples here in this suburban area around Libertyville. However, we're doing a lot of projects out of Chicago, and a lot of this material is being used just because it's more durable. It's better as far as weather resistance or moisture, things like that. And again, it just looks really, really clean. You know, overall, it's easy to maintain. Maintenance as far as fading, we don't expect fading for 25 years or so.
Okay.
And it's very, you know, it's not, from what I've seen and from what we've learned from the Facade company, which is the company that we're using, or the manufacturer that we're using, it's not very noticeable, even when it does start to fade.
So basically, you're saying at least 25 years that this will hold up?
Hold its color and everything, yes.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. No other questions, thank you.
All right. Commissioner Smart.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Thank you for being here tonight.
Thank you for having me. Thank
I
you.
think this looks great. I just had a couple of signs. The ground sign, I see the color, like up on the slide there, what color you're going to do. The lettering for all of the different, is that going to be the same or is that changing?
That will be the same. Yes, that would say, we are just adding the paint, which is an iron ore, and I have a sample color if you guys wanted to see that,
No,
okay?
that's okay.
Yeah, that's just the paint. We're not
Just the
doing
paint.
anything with the signs. or with
Okay, so the one on the right
individual
is-
No,
signs.
that's just a bad picture I took early in the morning.
Okay.
Sorry. I don't know where the.
So it's just
That's
going to be
two
the
different
background
signs.
Yeah,
that
those are two
you're
different
changing on that?
Yes.
Okay.
correct.
I did.
And
It's like
are
a
you,
little picture.
are you open to staining the back?
That is a decision, it's up to the customer, because it's not an area, it's such a large area, but not an area that is exposed. You can't really see it. You know, it's just an area, you know, it's just for
Is it a cost
economical
thing?
purpose, economical purposes. Yeah. We kind of refrain from, if we didn't have to, just only focusing on the area that's going to be seen by the public.
Okay. All right, thank you. Nothing else. Thank you very much.
Commissioner Heiken.
Yes, thank you. Yeah, my question is, the shingles that are up there, are those going to be taken down, just going over the top of them?
No, they're going to be taken down. We'll do
Okay.
a complete tear off, and then we will be installing tie-back, you know, all of the underlayments to protect it from moisture.
Okay, and then Marcy, that one picture that you had up for a long time, that one corner that we weren't sure. That
That
one.
one.
This one.
That spot there, what is going to go there?
So at this time, I believe nothing is planning on going there. I mean, it looks like it is painted, but I can't really. it's
So
just
that's not going to be painted white like everything else? That's considered the back of the building?
the back
that
of the
faces-
building.
Okay.
Correct.
Yeah, I'd like to see something put there, but
Paint or
that's,
something.
that's,
Okay.
that's all that I have.
Here it is, yeah. Might see.
And then the clock tower is not going to have a clock anymore, it's just going to be there?
Just the mosaic design only, yes.
Okay, yeah, that's all I have, thank you. Looks nice.
Thank you.
Commissioner Sprague.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Good evening.
Good evening.
Okay, well, let's stay on this wall that we were just talking about. My opinion on that is either the front brick and that wall should be painted the same color as the cladding, or they should both be covered with the cladding.
Okay. Okay. I'm sure that's doable, either one. Yeah,
Okay.
either we paint both or at the.
I would
the
think it
metal.
would be cheaper to paint that the same color versus covering it with the,
It is.
metal.
It is, but I think that, you know, as far as just the look of it being consistent, that's why we wanted to add the metal panel, but I
yeah,
think it could definitely possibly look better, or look good both ways, like you said, either adding the metal on both areas
Right.
or the paint.
okay, good, thank you. As far as the panels looking, they do look a little bit like corrugated. I'm kind of on the fence with that.
So the big difference between the two panels with the corrugated has the exposed fasteners, which doesn't look very appealing. It does look more industrial, but because of the installation process, the way the panels are installed, you won't see any fasteners. It's much more clean. So it's a big distinctive difference between the two. I do have, again, more literature if you guys want to see more examples. Unfortunately, we couldn't take real pictures, but we have a lot of examples where you can see there's a vast difference.
Yeah, if we could see a building that already has it on there, that'd be really helpful.
A panel, oh, yes, absolutely.
It might have been in the folder that was in the samples that you gave me. I think the brick is on it.
Oh, this one? This is the new Facade.
Oh,
So I think I gave it to you, but I'll pull it up
I'm
here.
sorry.
So it's on page 10. I have a few.
Thank you.
Start with that at that end.
Thank you. Page 10?
Doesn't look like corrugated. Okay,
Oh,
twisted my arm.
it's nicer than I thought.
As far as the east side, there is a return on the north end before the true back of the building starts.
Yes,
Could it be painted up to that corner?
yes,
Okay.
yes. I believe that's in the plans.
Oh, it
You're
is.
on the east side, southeast kind of area. Yes, that area is going to be.
No, not south, the north side where the restaurant was. Around that corner on the east side, there's a short return before it turns back into the back of the building.
Okay, okay.
That you can see from the road. So
Okay.
that needs to be painted.
I think we could definitely try to get it and get it as close as possible to where you can't see it at all.
Yeah,
Coming
it's
from
just
that
up to
direction.
that first corner would be sufficient.
Yes, yes, I agree. Yeah.
Thank you. And then the only other thing I noticed is that the true back of the building on the east side, there's brown doors and then there's new gray doors. Are you planning on making that all consistent?
We were not doing any painting on the back doors. And there's on the U side where, we like to call the U side of the building, there are doors that we will be painting, but those were the only doors that we were planning on painting. Yes, nothing on the back side, on the east side.
Could you make them so they're all the same though, or?
I'm sure we could.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you. That's all I have.
Commissioner Carl?
Hi. I think it looks fantastic. My only question is, are you using this system's like gutter downspout system, like so it'll match exactly and whatnot?
Yeah, so there are a few downspouts. There's the downspout behind the clock tower. We're changing, right, currently it's rounded. We're gonna change that to a box style, which is the same as what's on the back of the building. And then those will be painted to match the brick.
Okay. So it's not, but it's not this pack
No,
clad
no, no.
guttering? Okay.
No.
Okay, got it. All right, that's all I got.
Commissioner Meyer?
Good evening.
Good evening.
Thank you for the helpful illustrative materials.
You're welcome.
I have no concerns, but I do have a couple questions. Again, as you're looking for your tenants in that building to mount signage, how readily can they do that on this type of material without leaving, without you having to,
Replace everything every
Yes.
time. So yeah, that's something that we have been working on diligently. Currently, we are thinking about some type of a bracket, but also creating a panel that is removable. So the way we install it, if they have, and hopefully the owner will be able to have a consistent requirement when it comes to the sign and the size of it, so they can prevent having to remove it. But in the case that they can't, such as if one of the tenants wants to get 2 of the units,
Yeah.
then we would create some type of a panel that is customized to just fit the sign only. And if we have to come out and remove it, we can, without having to remove the entire wall.
Okay, and then again, just from an appearance review standpoint, I'd like to echo, my support for Commissioner Sprague's comments about that area. It should either be metal or painted, just from a design consistency
Okay.
standpoint. And, I can certainly appreciate the need to value engineer and identify cost savings where you can, but consistency is important. So if you do have an opportunity to paint that side facing the river, I would strongly encourage that.
Okay,
Thank you very much.
thank you.
Yeah, you brought up exactly what I was going to bring up about the signage. What happens when a tenant moves out? Now you got holes in that paneling that you have to do something with. So hopefully you can work something out. that's-
Absolutely, yes. We've been working on that since from the beginning, just to try to figure out how to do that. And what we came up with was, again, a bracket, but also being just kind of diligent with the new tenants, that they have to stay within a certain size. The only time we really foresee it as a problem is if, again, a tenant wants to acquire 2 different units. And then in that case, they have to center the sign. That would be, we would have to replace it at that point.
Yeah, because it's not just the bracket holding the sign, it's the hole that's going through it to power the sign. Okay. How wide are these panels?
These are up to 30 feet,
Oh.
and they're 30 feet long and 16 wide. Yeah, 16 inches wide.
And you overlap them like house siding?
Similar. There is a different installation process. It's not just, because you won't see those lines. You do it in a way where it's really clean. There are like along the windows, we try to strategically put them in so that you don't see the, what they call it's like a seal. That's a vertical seal. And again, you install it strategically to which you don't see it. So the ideal is for it to be clean, straight across, not staggered or anything, and not being able to see any overlapping.
Okay. As far as the east side, other than what Commissioner Sprague pointed out with that one section that's visible from the street, I'm okay with not painting the backside. I know there's a lot of work back there with all the utilities you have. And again, nobody's going to see it except the delivery drivers. One thing I would like to see, and it's outside of your area, but I noticed that they don't have a trash enclosure for this. Marcy, is there some regulation?
That, it's for like new developments, since they came in, a long time ago, there's no requirement for them to have to put one in right now.
Okay. I just noticed that there's like 6 dumpsters out in
Yeah,
the middle of
it's-
the north parking lot there, or south parking lot, rather. So, okay. Well, let's hear the conditions and then we'll go for a vote.
Okay, well, I was incorrect in what I stated earlier about the 3 questions not being in the conditions, because the first condition is the question. So if the Plan Commission does not agree with it, we can take a poll.
Take a poll on it.
Yeah, and we can get rid of it. So the first condition is the east facade of the building shall be included in the brick staining portion of the project. Number 2, all raceways of existing signs shall be painted by the owner to match the new metal signing as part of the project. Number 3, the materials shown on the facade plans prepared by 2 Construction dated 10/16/2025 shall be used for construction. Number 4, a building permit must be obtained from the Community Development Department prior to commencing any construction on the building addition.
Not addition.
Uh-oh, not the building addition. We'll
Modifications?
just say prior to commencing any construction. And number 5, all components of the project must be completed, including removal of cedar shingles, installation of metal wall panels, and Miha siding accent areas, brick and soffit painting, coping and flashing replacement, and ground sign painting.
Okay. Well, before we go any further, let's talk about condition number 1. And I will just poll the commission on whether or not we want to push for them to paint the east side of the building, the entire east side. Commissioner Meyer,
Yes.
Commissioner Carl,
No.
Sprague,
I just want the return.
just that
So no.
visible from the street. Okay. Commissioner Heiken,
No.
Commissioner Smart, and Commissioner Riles.
No, thank you.
And I'm no, so I think we
we're gonna
can
remove it.
strike condition 1. Now, I don't know how you want to word something about what's visible from the street.
Okay, well, I'll replace condition 1 with,
That's at the north end, would be the northeast corner.
Yeah, it's the first return from the corner.
are you talking about the one that is on the screen here, this medical supply
No,
corner?
No, no.
no, the restaurant. Very far
I don't
north.
think you have a picture
Oh, so-
of the angle that we're talking about.
Yeah, you don't have a picture
Right.
of that
Okay.
wall.
Let me just go to the, I guess I'm not following where you're talking. Oh, is it shown here?
Well, yeah, it would be.
Around
ju-
there.
Just off to the
You're
left
talking over
there.
here?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah,
So it needs to be painted, or?
just,
same as the brick, yeah.
So
part
it's
of
the brick?
It's
Yeah,
all brick.
It's all
yeah.
brick.
Okay, so it's you're talking about the north facade?
Northeast.
Oh, 'cause it curves.
Northeast, yeah.
Okay, so the northeast facade of building B, right? Building B. Yeah, building B shall be I'm going to say the brick portions of the northeast facade of building B shall be stained. And this is, I'm going to say that's the brick portions of the northeast facade of building B that are visible from Dundee Road?
Yes.
Is that what we're talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah. You understand.
I know exactly what area.
Okay, shall be stained. Okay.
I look for ownership of the building. Would it be helpful if we gave you the exact address of that part of the building?
No, it's 401, I know.
Yeah, oh,
Yeah.
sorry, Marcy. Hi, Sarah, nice to meet you. But I thought for our understanding, we know exactly what you're talking about.
Okay.
So
Okay.
thank you.
Yeah, I can put the address, 401. Okay.
Okay. So, we have a new condition number 1. And as far as the other conditions, I think we're okay, right? So, are there any other questions from the group?
Nope.
Nope. Well then, how about a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Heiken,
Right.
Meyer. Smart? Smart was second. Commissioner Heiken,
Yes.
Commissioner Smart,
Yes.
Commissioner Riles,
Yes.
Commissioner Sprague is a yes, Commissioner Carl,
Yes.
Commissioner Meyer,
Yes.
Chairman Johnson.
Yes.
Okay, so I will send you a letter tomorrow morning, but pretty much you can apply for your building permit.
Thank you all so much. Have a good evening. Good evening.
You can take your samples if you want. Oh, and if I don't want to, these are probably expensive, or booklets. Thank you for bringing those.
Don't forget your brick.
Yeah, it's really heavy.
Okay. Next up, we have PSP MIN 25-0027, request for minor building appearance approval to paint portions of the exterior facade for the proposed thin McCools in the Wheeling Town Center, 373 West Dundee. Ms. Nyes?
All right, this one's easy. They just want to paint the stucco green. So this top part of the building that has this tan stucco, they would like to make Finn McCool's green. And then maybe Mark can explain this better, but I believe some of this, there's some trim also that's going to be painted black to make it stand out more. Come on down.
Come on down. Give us
Back again,
give us your
and
name
I'll be seeing you in a couple of weeks. So,
give us the name and address for the
hi,
record.
my name is Mark Hoffman, and this is, what's the address?
373.
373 Dundee Road. The building previously has a very generic look to it. And being that we are now bringing our second concept to Wheeling, which is going to be Finn McCool's Irish Pub, we wanted to get a little curb appeal and, to give people kind of, hey, what's going on, here kind of vibe. The inside is coming along incredibly. I'm actually spending more money on the remodel than I did on the actual building. I want there to be some type of curb appeal so that there's like a, hey, what's going on over there kind of thing. And we picked a real nice green color, which should dovetail well. The only other change to the building is where you see on the, below, I'm just going to match the black that's on the existing doors and the awnings, just to give it a little trim look to it. But other than that, it should give it you know, a little identity.
All right. Well, this one's probably pretty cut and dried, but I'll just ask if anyone has any questions on this.
I have no questions. I just wanted to make a comment to say that that emerald green and black really look nice.
Commissioner Sprague?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Couple questions.
Sure.
First one, I noticed there was 2 different color greens on the soffit samples. Did you
No,
decide?
that's the one. Yeah, we did look at some previously, but that's the green you're gonna see,
The one in the picture?
the one in the picture.
Gotcha.
Yes.
And then you commented that you're going to paint some black trim?
No, you see the trim on the bottom?
Yeah.
Yeah, that right now just has, it's just it looks like cement.
And then you said it would match the doors and the frame?
You see how the
Yes.
doors and the frames
The
are
doors.
black and the awnings are black?
They're actually like a dark bronze.
The awnings are black, and then the trim on the top is black. It may be
Yeah, it's
yeah, you
really
won't
dark
notice it.
bronze.
Yeah,
It may clash a little.
it won't
No?
clash at all.
Okay,
You-
all right.
no- The human eye will not know the difference.
I will. Okay, thank you. That's all I have.
Anybody down at that end?
No, thank you. Looks great.
All right.
It will really look nice.
And there were
You
no
open it.
conditions on this?
I won't make the holidays, so I'm shooting for early January.
Okay.
There are no conditions on this, correct? So, a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Meyer, Heiken. Commissioner Meyer,
Yes.
Commissioner Heiken,
Yes.
Commissioner Riles,
Yes?
Commissioner Smart,
Yes.
Commissioner Sprague is a yes, Commissioner Carl,
Yes.
Chairman Johnson.
Yes.
And painting starts
In
Tomorrow?
about 10 minutes.
Until the sun comes up.
You know, unfortunately, it's going to start getting cold, and I have probably these next 2 days will be the only days left to paint. So
Well,
I
you don't
really-
need any other approvals, so
Awesome.
paint your
Thank
heart
you.
out.
I really appreciate everything as always.
Can't wait for
And,
those corned beef egg rolls.
I will see you in 2 weeks. Oh, yes, we are going to do the corned beef egg rolls. I'm working on the menu now, and it'll be a lot of really unique, chef-driven, made-to-order
Volunteer
items.
to test anything.
Yeah, absolutely. Be careful what you wish for. I might be reaching out to you. Well, thank you again, and I will see you again in 2 weeks.
Thank you.
All right, thanks, Mike. Guys, have a good night.
You too.
Yes.
Okay, next up, we have docket PSP MIN 25-0029. Request for a minor site plan approval to permit installation of an electric vehicle charging station and associated improvements for Crescent cardboard at 100 Willow Road. Ms. Nyes?
Yes, so this is an after-the-fact approval for the installation of one EV charging station. Here it is. So one EV charging station, which is just the actual charger, and then a bollard was put in. And then I believe per engineering's request, then the ADA space was put in so that it could also use the charging station. And I believe everything meets code. So there's no proposed conditions. It's just a part of the code that all EV charging stations on commercial property require site plan review.
All right. Do we have somebody from the petitioner here?
Okay. Come on.
Hi, this won't take long. Is there anything you want to add to what Marcy has said?
Oh, I have to also apologize. I'm hard of hearing,
Okay,
so I have to kind of speak up. I turned my hearing aids up, but
so is there anything you want to add to what she's already told us about the project?
is there anything, what about a problem?
Anything you want to add to what she's already said?
No, it's just a private parking, you know, for the president, for the Crescent brand.
Okay.
So it's not used for public usage at all.
Okay. Do we have any questions on this one from the commission? Nope.
I don't.
Commissioner Sprague, you're always good for
Thank you. Just wondering why you didn't get a permit first.
Well, we applied, and we ordered materials, but materials came in first, so we went ahead and did the work. We've done this, we've had B&F approve our drawings many times. So it's just, we thought the permit would come through, and then we just found out about all these ordinances.
So now you know better, right?
What's that?
Now you know better?
Oh, yeah.
Okay,
Great.
thank you.
Yeah.
Anybody down at that end?
No.
No? Okay. There are no further conditions. A motion then.
So moved.
Second.
Meyer,
Right.
Carl.
Oh, Carl?
Riles.
Riles.
Commissioner Meyer,
Yes.
Commissioner Carl,
Yes.
Commissioner Riles,
Yes.
Commissioner Smart,
Yes.
Commissioner Heiken,
Yes.
Commissioner Sprague is a yes, Chairman Johnson.
Yes. You're all set.
Okay, I'll send out a letter tomorrow, and then they'll be able to wrap up your permit.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Your time.
Next, we have docket number PSU 25-0022, a request for special use approval to permit a recreation and instruction facility for DNA tumbling at 636 Wheeling Road. Mr. Secretary.
DNA Tumbling, 1723 East Burr Oak, Arlington Heights, Illinois. Leasee is seeking special use approval pursuant to Title 19 zoning of the Wheeling Municipal Code, Chapter 19.10, use regulations and associated sections, in order to permit a recreation and instruction facility, cheer tumbling gym, located at 636 Wheeling Road, which is zoned I-2 Limited and Industrial. A special use as defined in the zoning code is a use of parcel of land that requires review and consideration before approval due to the potential for negative impacts on surrounding properties. In order to be considered for a special use, the petitioner is required to demonstrate through testimony to the Plan Commission at a public hearing that the request meets the standards of the village code, including but not limited to how the proposed use will not damage the enjoyment or use of the surrounding properties. Prior to the public hearing, the petitioner provides written statements meant to show that the request meets the standards for a special use as established in Title 19. The commission chairperson will typically direct that these statements be entered into the record without a full reading of them at the hearing. Based upon the testimony and supporting material submitted, the Plan Commission will make findings in support of or against the petitioner's testimony and report those findings to the village board.
Thank you. Ms. Nyes, anything on this?
We have 4 proposed conditions. There are standard conditions. Would you like me to read them now?
Sure.
Okay. Number 1, a minimum of 1 employee shall be on site at all times during the facility's hours of operation. Number 2, the facility shall be used exclusively for cheer and tumbling training and classes. No unrelated activities, parties, or events shall be permitted. Number 3, all activities shall be conducted entirely within the indoor facility. And number 4, a wheeling sign permit shall be required prior to the installation of any exterior signage at the subject property, subject to the requirements of Title 21 signs.
Thank you. And the petitioner is here, I presume? Come on down. This being a public hearing, I need to swear you in. So raise your right hand. Do you swear the testimony you're giving tonight to be the truth? And then state your names and business address for the record.
I'm Alexia Calistri. Danielle Haro, and our current business address is under the 723 East Baroque, attempting to move to the 636 Mill.
All right.
Moved, but
So Baroque, that's the Arlington Heights Baroque that I'm familiar with, or?
probably, yeah. Well, we started under that address, but we were operating a PEX facility.
Ah, okay. All right. So tell us about your project.
So, we, two of us have.
One of you
ran-
needs to move closer to the mic or
sorry.
pass it back and forth.
Sorry. The two of us have ran Buffalo Grove's youth cheer program for the last 5 years. And in the off-season, we were sending our cheerleaders to Mundelein, which was kind of a hike. So this last winter, we were like, let's just do it. Let's do our own, off-season training. And we're operating in someone else's gym right now, so it's very limited. And we really outgrew that space very quickly. So we quickly found the building that we're in right now, or trying to be in right now. And, yeah.
I could add a little bit to that. So essentially, what we're trying to do is just give a lot of our athletes, mostly of them young girls, just a place to do what they love and recreational activities, get them off the couch and come have fun. So, but they really do love it. We've actually had a great following so far, and it just makes us happy to do this for them. We've been doing it as volunteers for, like we said, several years with the Buffalo Grove Bills, and looking to expand on that.
Okay. All right, let's see if the commission has any questions. We'll start with Commissioner Meyer on this one.
Good evening. Really happy to see your business. Sounds amazing. Talk to me a little bit about staffing and hours of operation, if you would.
Sure. So right now, we're currently operating between the hours of, it's like later because of, we have to abide by the capacity of the gym and their schedule. So we start at about 6:30, and we end at 8:30. With the new facility, we don't plan on starting anywhere before 4:30 or 5 because they have to go out to school anyway. There will be some times that we were planning to run like educational classes during the off, when they're off of school, like the Thanksgiving break, like, so we'll be offering classes in the mornings then, but outside of that, it would be strictly between the hours of 4:30 and 7:30.
And in terms of employees that you'll have on site during those hours of operation?
Yes, well, one of us is always on site. It's kind of like our baby. We take care of it very well, like very much. So one of us will always be there, and we always have at least 2 to 3 coaches on site.
Thank you.
Commissioner Carl.
Hi. So is this like mostly like pads and is there trampolines? Is it like, what does this floor look like?
So, half of it is a spring floor, which is essentially just, and it's covered with like a carpet, a little bit thicker than that. And then the other side is like a dead mat, which is a foam, it's about 2 inches.
Yeah.
And then we have these like tumbling mats, which it's not technically a trampoline, it's more so
It's just additional cushioning for to give them a little
Okay.
extra
a little,
push. Yeah.
yes, but not.
There is one trampoline that we do have that we just got, but it's not like your your outdoor trampolines where you're going like super high in the air. It's a tumble track, so it's just one long almost hallway like, and it doesn't again spring very high. It's just to give them a little bit of extra when they're starting to do some techniques that they're learning.
Okay, and then as far, like, I assume you do classes for the girls or whomever is in the class, like, what do the parents do? They just drop them off and say, hang out in the parking lot? Okay.
Most of the time they leave, yeah, they just
And-
drop off and they come back. Our classes run for about an hour.
And there's ample parking?
Oh, yes.
Okay.
There's lots, the location's all the way in the back,
Okay.
which is actually kind of nice because it gives us ample parking. But most of our parents do choose to do drop-offs. Some of our younger, like, we have girls that are like 6, 7 years old. Some of them will stay when they first start just until their child feels comfortable.
Yeah.
And then it's usually a drop-off.
All right, love what you're doing.
Commissioner Sprague.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Good evening.
Good evening.
The only thing that stuck out, it was in your description letter, you mentioned experienced coaches.
Yes.
What makes them experienced?
So our coaches have been, well, one, they're cheerleaders, most of them are cheerleaders or former cheerleaders themselves, and they have been coaching for the Bills, for us, for at least 3 years. And then also, we have now required them to get certified, so they're all USA Cheer certified coaches. That means that they have the cheer certifications as well as concussion training and they do full background checks on each of them, so.
Great,
Oh, yeah.
thank you. That's all I have.
All right. Commissioner Heiken?
Yes, thank you. My question's been answered. That was about parking, and so I don't have any questions, but thank you for coming to Wheeling.
Oh, thank you for having us.
Commissioner Smart?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Thank you both for being here. So
you.
fun. What a great addition to Wheeling.
Thank you.
How old are the kids?
So they range in age. We have six, as young as 6 to, as right now, as old as, I think our oldest is 14.
Yeah, we're some high school. We're hoping to do like a mom and dad class, or like eventually maybe on a Saturday type of, that seems like a lot of people have been asking for like a toddler class, which I think would be a great addition to our program, but
That's in the future.
that's in the future. We're more comfortable working with the older, girls and things like that.
And how, expanded hours in the summer? Or no?
We probably will not have expanded hours, but we will run camps similar to what we're doing in the off-season, to where we'll have like a couple of days, like maybe like a week long each month, where we'll offer day classes.
And that's like a 9 to 12.
Okay.
And again, that would, because of those camps, that would strictly be drop-off, so there would be no like issue with parking.
Okay. And no competitions or anything like that at that
No.
location? Okay.
Yeah. If we were to take any of our cheerleaders to compete, it would not happen within the building.
We're not regulated size
Yeah,
for,
yeah,
so-
it wouldn't meet regulation
Yeah,
for cheer
for
anyway.
cheer competition.
You know, a lot more space.
All right, well, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Sounds great, very fun.
Commissioner Riles?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Ladies, good evening.
Good evening.
Welcome. Just a couple questions. I'm just curious about, is there a coach to athlete ratio that you're working with?
Yeah, so just, oh, go ahead, sorry.
I was gonna say, I'm sorry. What I think has made us so successful is we usually have at least, 2 to 3, potentially sometimes 4 coaches. And that's where I think our success came and so quickly, is because there's been like individual attention to the athlete, which the parents have loved seeing the progress with their child. So we make sure we always have a lot of extra hands. And again, we're always there. One of us will jump in and help with that.
Yeah, so,
Sorry.
no, you're fine. Typically, but if when we're talking ratios, it's typically, we like to max out at 5 kids to a coach, and that's on the high level. We'd like to keep it at 4.
No, that sounds good. The other question I have is, as far as medical attention, and God forbid if there's a twisted ankle or, a knocked elbow or something like that, how do you address that?
Right now, we have logbooks, so we have accident and any type of logbooks that we do have. We have all of our first aid kits, and then both of us have the concussion training and CPR training. But at that point, we would have to, like, if there's an injury, we document it, talk to parents. And right now, at this point, luckily, we've only dealt with, like, skin knee. We haven't really, like, nothing's ever, like, really gone past that. But at that point, we would have to, knock on wood. But we would obviously address that with, if we needed to call 911 or anything, we would. And our parents actually sign waivers. We have a very large waiver to where they sign and they give us that permission to call, to call what
Sure.
hospital and all that stuff. So that is all signed right in front before they can even do a trial with us.
And our person that insures us has very strict rules about the log. Like, even if you hand out a Band-Aid, they want it logged and really, follow up with the parents and.
Documentation.
Documentation, very, yeah. And we take it seriously. If we do have, I'm a little overprotective, so I make sure I contact the parents immediately.
But basically, if there's a twisted ankle or injured wrist, you just take the necessary, action.
Correct. We would remove the athlete from, the area, ice, what we need to do, call a parent, and then if they just,
We usually suggest them to see their doctor
Mm-hmm.
and to return with a doctor's note, just for
If
our,
Right.
peace of mind.
Right.
So when it's especially like an ankle, wrist, any of that, like, you need formal, like, documentation that you are allowed to come back, with something like that.
Yeah, and on top of it, also, I did mention, we do require certain things be worn, so like we don't allow for hoodies during tumbling because it's a choking hazard. That you have to have cheer shoes because you can slip or fall, or, appropriate ankle or wrist brace depending on the exercises they're doing, so they're protecting themselves.
We happen to we wrap a lot of wrists, ankles, things like that, before even, practice even begins. And just kind of work on that.
All
Keeps
right.
them safe too.
Yeah.
Thank you so very much.
Of course.
Thank you.
All right, well, any questions I had have been answered. You guys sound like you're very organized and
Try to be.
prepared. So if there's no further comments, you've already read the conditions. I would entertain a motion.
So moved.
Second.
Meyer and Smart. Commissioner Meyer,
Yes.
Commissioner Smart,
Yes.
Commissioner Riles,
Yes.
Commissioner Heiken,
Yes.
Commissioner Sprague is a yes, Commissioner Carl,
Yes.
Chairman Johnson.
Yes.
Okay, so I'll send you a letter tomorrow morning, but you'll go to the November 17th Village Board meeting, and this is a recommendation, they make the final decision. You probably won't even come up and talk at the podium. So same location, same time, but Monday, November 17th.
Perfect. We'll be here. Thank you
Okay.
so much. We appreciate it.
Okay,
Good
good
luck.
luck.
Thank you.
We need a motion to close PSU 25-0022.
So moved.
Second. Meyer and Sprague. Commissioner Meyer,
Yes.
Commissioner Sprague is a yes, Commissioner Riles,
Yes.
Commissioner Smart,
Yes.
Commissioner Heiken,
Yes.
Commissioner Carl,
Yes.
Chairman Johnson.
Yes. All right.
Before we move on, I have one question about
Yes.
motivated learners. They withdrew. We had opened the public hearings. Do we need to do anything with that?
No, because they withdrew, we're just pulling it off. I guess we could close the public hearing if we wanted, or a note, just to have it closed. That's certainly fine, because it's not moving on, but we're not setting any kind of recommendation to
Right.
the board or anything, because they've withdrawn it. But if we want to just do a motion to close them, just to have it closed, that's perfectly appropriate.
Okay, why don't we do that then, just to
Just to,
cross our Ts?
but we don't need to take any other actions on,
Right.
like tabling or anything like that, because they've withdrawn it.
All right, so we need a motion to close PSU 25-0020 and PV 25-0008.
So moved.
Second.
Carl and Meyer. Commissioner Carl.
Yes.
Commissioner Meyer.
Yes.
Commissioner Riles.
Yes.
Commissioner Smart.
Yes.
Commissioner Heiken.
Yes.
Commissioner Sprague is a yes. Chairman Johnson.
Yes. And good point in bringing that up, just so it's official.
All right, now we can move on.
Now we can move on to the heart of the evening. Docket number PTA 25-0002, request for text amendments to Title 19 zoning of the Wheeling Municipal Code and associated sections to modify regulations concerning business and contractor-related services for QuickKill Extermination Company, 94 Messner Drive. Mr. Secretary.
QuickKill Extermination Company, 94 Messner Drive, Wheeling, seeks text amendments to Title 19 zoning of the Wheeling Municipal Code, Chapter 19.01, definitions, and 19.06, commercial district, Chapter 19.11.010, off-street parking and loading, Appendix A, use table, and associated chapters to permit building maintenance services in the I-2 and I-3 General Industrial Zoning District. A text amendment is an amendment to the map and/or text of the zoning ordinance which affects the whole village. In order to be considered for a text amendment, the petitioner is required to demonstrate through testimony to the Plan Commission at a public hearing that the request meets the standards of the village code, including but not limited to how the proposed text amendment is compatible with Title 19 and a comprehensive plan. Prior to the public hearing, the petitioner provides written statements meant to show that their request meets the standards for a text amendment as established in Title 19. The commission chairperson will typically direct that these statements be entered into the record without a full reading of them at the hearing. Based upon the testimony supporting materials submitted, the Plan Commission will make findings in support of or against the petitioner's testimony and report those findings to the village board.
Thank you. Ms. Nice,
Okay.
are you starting your testimony? Then I'll swear you in. You swear the testimony you're giving tonight to be the truth.
I do.
And state your name for the record.
Marcy Nyes, village planner.
All right.
Okay. So, this petition initially came from QuickKill Extermination Company because they applied for a business license, and they fall under what we call a building maintenance service because they're an exterminating company. And so they are in the, hopefully I get this right, I-2 or I-3 zoning district. And for some reason, building maintenance services are only permitted by special use in the I-1 zoning district. Well, that kind of use, if it's only permitted in the I-1 zoning district, a less intense zoning district, it should pretty much, that kind of use, be permitted in the I-2 and I-3 zoning district. So staff was fine with them seeking a text amendment to add the I-2 and I-3 zoning district for permitting a building maintenance service. We were gonna allow it as a permitted use, not even requiring a special use. But then, as we looked into it, we realized there was a whole bunch of things that were a little funky with the code. So we delved in and made a whole bunch of changes. So these really don't relate at all to QuickKill Extermination Company, but it just kind of started the whole process. But that's really the only part that they were really looking for. So I'll go through what we did and kind of the thought process behind it, and just stop me if you have any questions. So we currently have these 5 defined terms. The building maintenance service, we are going to completely get rid of. Contractor's shop, we're going to completely get rid of. Contractor's yard, completely get rid of. And snowplow contractor storage yard is going to change to just be snowplow contractor. And we have proposed a new term of contractor services. And so kind of our overall proposal was we saw that a lot of the definitions we couldn't really figure out what kind of business they were talking about. And construction or contractors really weren't included in a lot of areas. And a lot of these businesses that are just happening in industrial areas were requiring special uses, and we didn't think they needed special uses. So now we have this broad term contractor service, and it's broken down into these 3 different buckets, which the first one is a basic kind of contractor that you would think, carpenter, mechanical, electrical, plumbing. The second one is what used to be the building maintenance service, which is cleaning, repairing, general upkeep of buildings. That's where QuickKill would have landed before. We have a bunch of other businesses. Apollo Maintenance was in here recently, or earlier this year, or maybe it was last year. They got a special use for that. There's been a couple others. And then the last one, the repair, installation, or servicing of commercial grade equipment. So this is larger scale machinery or equipment, printer, copier, medical equipment, things like that. And we just tried to break it down to just try and cover everything. You know, we get a lot of calls, a lot of questions, you know, where do I fit in the zoning code? And we always have to put someone in a category somewhere, because if they don't fit into a category, it's just not permitted. So we tried to really broaden out this term to get a lot of services that would be then permitted. So then these existing definitions were updated just a little bit, just to provide a little more clarity and come up to, you know, the current year of 2025. So business services just had a little tweak, household maintenance and repair, and snowplow contractor's yard. And one overall reason why we got rid of some of these items I'm going to show you is because a couple of years ago, if someone wanted to do a storage, outdoor storage in the industrial area, they used to have to get a special use. And so I'm not sure if anybody besides Don was here, But then we changed it and we made a code revision where if you're in the industrial zoning district, you can do outdoor storage if you provide a solid fence, and I think it goes through site plan review. It no longer required a special use. So that some of the businesses now are already lumped into that category where that code section. So we don't need, like snowplow contractor's yard, now it's just snowplow contractor. We don't need these yards anymore, like contractor's yard is gonna go away. So you'll see that in a second. So there is a small section in the commercial district chapter that talked about a business service, and as I said, that is gonna change, so we needed to get, or it was building service. So we had to get rid of service just so that, you know, you gotta search the code and make sure if it's a term you're getting rid of that you don't have it sitting somewhere else in the code. So to go through the changes, in Appendix A is our table of uses. So just pulling out the ones that we're changing. In the commercial districts, so B1, B2, and B3, you can, if you can see this, you see where things are crossed out. So building maintenance services, that is completely going away. We're deleting that definition out of the definition section. It's coming out everywhere of the appendix. So that's where now anybody who was a building maintenance service is now considered a contractor. And you'll see that added to a different section. But those types of uses really, we don't see those in the commercial districts. They're usually in larger buildings. And so we just took it out of the commercial district altogether. Business services, it was permitted in the B1 and B3, so we just added it to the B2. Same thing with the household maintenance and repair. For some reason, it was left out of B2, so we just added it there. And then these two, the two about tool, equipment, and rental, we didn't feel those were appropriate in the commercial district, so we took those out completely. If we move on to the MX districts, and one thing I want to point out is that MXI, it's, you know, these are mixed use commercial, and mixed use transportation, and mixed use industrial, which not quite sure what that is. It's just kind of industrial condos. And the only places we have those, I included the zoning map in your packet. I don't have it up here, you wouldn't be able to see it. But this is mainly Catherine Court area and the area up on North Wolf where the one trucking company was denied. North of those townhomes.
Oh,
It's like the 530s North Wolf Road. Right, so think of those areas of what would be applicable there. And so that's why a lot of things are taken out of the MXI, because those are just these small condos where, industrial condos where big uses just don't work there anymore. So what we did allow though is the contractor's shop. We put that as a permitted use there. But starting at the top, we took the building maintenance service out because that's out everywhere. Business service, it was a special use in the MXI district and we're making that permitted. Again, it's a pretty mild use. Same thing with the household maintenance and repair. That's like a little business where someone's bringing in their vacuum cleaner or something to get fixed. So we change that to a permitted use also. These tool equipment and rental facilities, that got taken out of here as well. Those are only gonna be in the industrial districts. And then we took out snowplow contractor's yard from the MXI, because again, think about that one property up on North Wolf. That is not the appropriate area for a snowplow contractor's yard. So we only have those two properties that are MXI. So that is why it's gone here. And it is gonna be in the industrial district. And that's typically where we have our snowplow contractors.
okay, so the rental facility that was on Milwaukee Avenue, that was not in industrial.
Correct.
So where else would they be allowed?
So the tool and equipment rental facilities are only going to be permitted in the industrial district now.
Oh, okay.
So correct, it would no longer be able to go back where it was before. And so then the industrial uses in this district, so we've taken off the contractor shop because that's coming off everywhere. And the new term contractor service getting put in the MXI because that's a good location. If you think about those two areas, the Catherine Court and the one up on North Wolf, those are good areas for a small contractor shop. Maybe someone who, fixes things, they can have a small shop there and store their materials, work on, maybe they do, I don't know, they have little tools or something, machines. You know what I'm talking about. Okay, and then the last one, the industrial district. So again, building maintenance service totally coming out. The business service, that was a special use in the I-1 only. So this is how the original text amendment came about because the building maintenance service was only allowed in the I-1. And so now the petitioner would be under a contractor service at the bottom, which you see is now permitted in I-1, I-2, and I-3. Building maintenance service gone because that's wrapped into the contractor service. Business service we've expanded to permit in I-1, I-2, and I-3. Household maintenance and repair, we just left that in the I-1 because, like I said, if that's someone coming in to get their vacuum cleaner repaired, that's just something that we would want in the I-1, not in the big industrial areas. So just in the smaller one where it's more in, light industrial and office. Not where you would want just your residents doing everyday business. You don't want your residents in the I-2 and I-3 district. And then here is where we have the tool, equipment, and rental. It's just one category now by special use in I-1, I-2, or I-3. Again, if they wanted to do outdoor storage, it doesn't need a separate category because it's already in the code. If you want to do outdoor storage, you have to follow the provisions of the code for it's in the accessory use section. Okay, and then the contractor's shop, contractor's yard, that's gone because again, the yard is gone for the same reason I just said. Contractor's shop is gone because it's wrapped into the contractor service. Snowplow contractor, we just got rid of the storage yard and we took that out of I-4. We only have one I-4 property, so it is not going to go there. It just didn't make any sense. And then for the contractor service, this number 17, this little footnote, is that outdoor has two conditions with it. One's regarding outdoor storage, one's regarding commercial vehicle parking. So the outdoor storage is exactly the part that I was talking about, is that for properties in the industrial zoning district and they want to do outdoor storage, they have to meet these requirements in order to do it. I'm not going to read all these, but they can't be in the setback. It has to be screened by a solid fence. You can't take away parking spaces, on and on. And then the other requirement is, this one's been around for a while. I think this one started with Catherine Court, that the parking of commercial vehicles, if they have exposed equipment like racks and rigging and the lifts and stuff, they have to be parked on the side or rear area of the building, provided the vehicle is generally screened from view from any street abutting the property or any abutting residential zoning district. So we don't want to see the commercial equipment from the road. And then with regards to the off-street parking, we just kind of updated this table, got rid of the building maintenance services. Business service didn't change, but household maintenance and repair, we thought spaces per 1,000 was kind of high. And then we added the snowplow contractor and contractor services. There was no parking requirement for them at all. So we added the office requirement because they typically just have like an office area. I guess that's it. So if you have any questions.
All right, well, we'll just open the floor for any questions.
Marcy, do we want to limit the rental facilities that much?
Oh, you mean
Just-
where they want to
Just
be?
in industrial like that?
That's definitely how staff felt. If you think about the properties that are MXC and MXT, you're talking about Wheeling Town Center, talking about where the Weston is. Are those where you want tool rental facilities?
But what if there was a building was suitable down Milwaukee Road somewhere? Like the former-
There's one building. That's it.
Okay.
And that's in the B zoning district. But besides that, you know, looking at those areas in general, I don't, those areas just,
There's no suitable spot.
I mean, Wheeling Town Center is MXT. So once you put it in MXT,
I wouldn't put it in
No.
MX.
so where are you talking about? Oh, the commercial district?
Yeah, right.
I mean, then you're talking about Walmart, Target, parking lot, or Target area.
Shopping centers.
Yeah, you know, if somebody wanted to open up a A to Z rental kind of thing, you know.
You know, you're talking maybe they would do that instead of where what's that place called? The gummy places. What are they?
Hatch?
Hatch.
Hatch.
Well, no, where OK is, yeah, they could do it there.
So, I mean, that's where you're talking, that's where it would go.
Okay. Well, I mean, I guess if somebody came to us and said, hey, I want to open it up and I'd like to do it here, they'd have to.
They could always come in for a text amendment and then we would, but again, once, you have to think of all those, the different properties that,
Right.
yeah, well, I think there's a couple along Milwaukee. It opens up those other properties. I mean, I guess there could be a big, huge tool and equipment rental facility at
Not even that.
Walmart. Or not Walmart, at the old Sam's. Is that,
Sam's Club, yeah, that would be a huge one. But I'm thinking, you know.
that's not what we're looking for.
People are looking to rent tables and chairs to have a party. You know, that's what a lot of the rental place was doing.
Right, and
Tents.
we have some of those, and those are mainly in the industrial district.
Okay,
I mean, those are looking for bigger buildings,
okay.
because we do have at least 3 or 4 of those.
About like a medical rental,
Like the one right by in Dundee.
Yeah, this is tool. I'm not sure that would fall. We might have a separate medical. We have a separate.
Let me pull up the code.
I think we have a separate medical equipment.
Oh, okay.
But I can check. I think there's medical supplies.
And what is a facility with an outdoor display? What exactly would that be?
Like if you were a tool and equipment rental and you rented out 4-wheelers and
Yeah,
you
or
let your
had the high
4-wheelers
lifts
out.
there, cherry pickers
Yeah.
on
Oh.
display,
Okay.
which they used to do. Some grinders.
I don't think we do have separate definition for it. I can't find one. So we
Mark-
do
Mark
have a
Drug.
medical rental facility in town on Dundee.
Yeah, Mark Drug
Yeah.
does
Yeah.
that, so.
But couldn't that be more of a drugstore?
Yeah, they're not a drugstore.
But they are more, I wouldn't say they're all just rental. Isn't that an actual retail store?
Yeah.
I mean, they're permitted as a
Yeah,
retail
you-
store.
You can buy.
Yeah,
a
so that,
wheelchair or
yeah, I
rent
think,
a wheelchair.
I think when you, when, like, we do their business license, they're a retail store, like a grocery store.
Okay. All right, any other questions?
No questions, just a comment. This is a whole lot of work, so kudos to staff. This is.
Thank you. It
Yes.
was a
This
lot
is
of
a
work.
ton,
Yeah.
ton of work, so thank you.
Thank
I
you.
acknowledge that.
Turn one page and then you find something else and then, yeah, keep
I'm sure
turning,
we'll still find more things.
keep turning the rocks over. Okay, so let's have a motion to approve all of Marcy's work.
So moved.
Second.
Meyer and you.
Yeah, Meyer, Sprague. Commissioner Meyer.
Yes.
Commissioner Sprague is a yes. Commissioner Riles.
Yes.
Commissioner Smart.
Yes?
Commissioner Heiken.
Yes.
Commissioner Carl.
Yes.
Chairman Johnson.
Yes. And-
Well, thank you.
And let's move right into a motion to close PTA 25-0002.
So moved.
Second.
Meyer, Carl. Commissioner Meyer.
Yes.
Commissioner Carl.
Yes.
Commissioner Riles.
Yes.
Commissioner Smart.
Yes.
Commissioner Heiken.
Yes.
Commissioner Sprague is a yes. Chairman Johnson.
Yes. Okay, approval of minutes of the regular meeting of October 22nd, 2025, including the findings of fact for docket numbers PSU 25-0014 and PV 25-0007.
So moved.
Second?
Meyer, Smart. What was that?
Yeah.
Commissioner Meyer.
Yes.
Commissioner Smart.
Yes?
Commissioner Riles.
Yes.
Commissioner Heiken.
Yes.
Commissioner Sprague is a yes. Commissioner Carl.
Yes.
Chairman Johnson.
Yes. Other business. Ms. Nyes.
Marcy?
Oh,
Oh,
I'm sorry. I didn't even tell you. Yeah, no, yeah, I guess you should come to the November 17th Village Board meeting. I don't know why, but I guess because you guys are the petitioner. And then, I'm so sorry, we totally forgot about you. And then after that, we'll be able to issue the business license. I will.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for being here.
little request cost?
Thank you.
I was wondering why he was here.
Bye.
Okay. So, other business.
Oh, funny you should ask.
You have
I have a
something.
quick review for you. So tonight is the last night we're using board docs. So I just wanted to very quickly, I took some screenshots to give you just a few tips for using Civic Plus. So there'll be a public version of Civic Plus, and then you guys will have this board portal that I sent you the link to. So once you go on the board portal, you'll see all the agendas. It'll be Plan Commission, it'll be weekly reports, I believe. And then you should also see the Village Board. So you see the Plan Commission one on the left here. So you see that, you click on it, and then it comes up. And then you have the option on the left here of the agenda or the packet. So if you click on the agenda, it'll just pull up, you have the option to view it or to annotate the file. So if you just pull it up, it's gonna just look just like the agenda did before. If you click the other one for annotate, you could click up on the left side. You could actually annotate it, text, you could make squiggly lines, you can highlight it, make shapes, add links, stamp it, add drawings. You can add text here, I just, text box.
So these should be notes for yourself.
There's note for yourself, and they will be saved, but they will be subject to FOIA.
Okay.
Well, actually, like these on here, I don't know about these, so hold on. We'll have to ask about that, because I think it's let me get back to that. I think it might just be the other notes. So let me ask about that. Okay, so then if you go to the packet and you click on the packet, it's the same thing. You can view the file, annotate the file. You click view file, you get the whole big packet. I just opened up the left side so you could see. It's like one big long packet. Scroll down, you could see everything. So first you'll see the report will come up, and then after it, all the attachments will come up. up on the top right here, you see where it's red? Here again, so this is on the whole packet. You could add text, you could highlight, you could print, you could save it, download it, and then the one on the right is just a bunch of formatting stuff bunch of tools. So you could do all sorts of fancy stuff. And then if you go back to this main agenda and you see these little dots on the left side, if you click on those, it'll pop open a window. So you can either, actually, if you click review or attachments, the same thing pops up. If you put notes, actually, let me just go to where it's gonna pop up. So I'm assuming when you click the notes, you take your notes down here. I think these are the notes that are subject to FOIA. I don't know if you make notes on the other one. I'll find out for you guys. If you make notes on like the PDF versions, if those are subject to FOIA, or if just these notes in here are subject to FOIA. But, so you click on that, and then here's all the PDFs. And if you just play around in Civic Plus, they have a bunch of videos, and then there's this little chat bot, and you can ask it any question, and it'll pretty much give you a little tutorial, or it'll answer the questions. I think it's pretty easy to go through. So the next agenda will come straight through Civic Plus. It won't be an email from me anymore. So maybe after,
So it's gonna come as an email to us?
it'll come as an email to you, but from Civic Plus. So after I let it go next time, I'll send you guys an email and say, hey, you should have gotten an email from Civic Plus to make sure you have it, so you're not just like waiting for it. But you know how normally it comes from me, the agenda email? It won't come from me anymore. It'll be, I'm gonna be in the system and say, okay, send the agenda email out. So we'll have to see how that works moving forward.
And that'll still be Thursdays?
It'll still be Thursdays. So, and if anyone has any questions, you can come in, we can go over it, you can call me. But starting for the next board meeting and the next Plan Commission meeting, we'll be moving forward. Board Docs is no longer supporting any updates, so we had to move forward.
Marcy, is there an app
and
for
that'll-
Civic Plus for your phone?
I do not know. I have not found it yet.
There's a couple in there,
What
but
was the question?
Okay, if there's an app, so let me ask about an app, and also about if we edit on the PDF.
And then board docs will be open till the end of the year, in case you
don't-
wanted to go back on something?
Yeah, you can go back and look at it, yeah, till the end of the year. And then, after that, I know we keep the stuff on file, so if you ever want to see something, you can just ask me for it, I could pull
There
it
won't
up.
be any way in Civic Plus to go back?
Civic Plus will not have any link to.
It won't keep the previous?
But if you went to the village website
I
and searched for
bet,
old stuff?
yes,
Yeah.
you can still search there.
All right,
So that's it.
thank you.
All right.
It's gonna be okay, John.
It's the old dog, new tricks thing, you know? When we went to board docs, that was different, because we had a system before that you could make notations on.
I think it's gonna be good.
That was before you.
I think you got a couple of those hairs done.
Because I remember being able to circle something on some of the drawings, and then as we're talking about it.
Yeah, so that would be nice if you guys could like note on drawings and
Yeah.
stuff like that.
Just point to that.
Yeah, and then I
Blank
did,
wall.
yeah, I did see when I was messing around with it, like, I think then you'll be able to just hit like notes and like, it'll be like a list of all the dockets on the right side, and it'll just have your notes.
Yeah.
So, yeah,
So it's like going back, so.
yeah, so I think it'll be good.
Okay.
Once we figure it out.
All right, we'll get it. All right, if there's nothing else, other business-wise, anybody?
Nope,
No? Then a motion to adjourn.
so moved.
Second.
That was Meyer and Riles.
Yeah, the two bookends. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? We're done.